Hey, everybody, happy Friday. What in the world is going on? Oh my gosh. Is it the planets? Is it an upload, download, a side load? Is it the CMEs, the solar flares? Or is there a new species here that is sharing information that's changing the environmental frequencies? I don't know. All I know is I choose to live as freely as I can in my container. I choose to live as freely as I can in my container. So my container is my physical body, my container is my car, my container is the world that I walk in demographically for the day, my home, my jobs. Those are my containers. I choose to walk, live, and breathe and expand within that container. So this morning, I was getting this message that there's a lot of scrambling going on. And it's scrambling my awareness. And that in that awareness that's being scrambled, there isn't a translation that feels translatable. Like it's a feeling that I can't put into words and doesn't feel familiar. So just in the last 7 or 8 days, I have felt uncoordinated. Words are coming out incorrect. I'm doing things weirdly, like weird. Like I tried to put my left contact in with my right hand. And as soon as I started to approach, I went, wait a second, this isn't how I do this. I had to put it back, start over. I'm starting to look around at a few cluttery spots going, ew, how did you get there? Like, no, you need to be cleaned up and organized. So it's like lenses, different lenses energetically are changing. And it feels neurologically weird. So on my way to work this morning, I just said, Spirit, thank you so much. I want to thank my body. I want to thank my body for regulating and doing what it needs to do automatically, autonomically, intentionally, non-intentionally. I just want to thank it. I want to thank every system within my body for coherently collaborating with every other system in my body with grace and ease. I want to thank my body for just self-regulation and calibrating to every person, place, or thing, situation, environment, demographics, changes of energy, etc. I just want to thank my body for being so amazing. And although I know that I've gotten decent night's sleep recently, I feel like I'm sleep deprived, and that's how the feeling is. 2 days ago, I woke up, walked into the bathroom, looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I had to take a double take. It was like my pupils were different. Something was different. It's like I saw myself differently in a quick flash that I had to quickly whiplash. What was that? I had to put my contacts in and actually look at my eyes. Like, what's going on? Why did I have that instant feeling of, who are you? What are you? I have found words coming out wrong, like I'm stuttering. I have found just a discombobulation that is a little bit familiar, but very, very foreign and very consistent. The last few months, I have felt the need, not really to right wrongs, but to apologize if I have triggered or offended or unconsciously triggered or offended or created some sort of something in someone else that they may be holding on to. So I've been, hey, if there's anything I've done to ever trespass in any way, consciously or unconsciously, if maybe I didn't say something with the reverence and the kindness of my vibration that I currently have in this moment, I am so sorry. So I want the air cleared. I also have decided that I don't want to go to places I'm not welcome for the sake of going. Like, I might get an invitation. It could be a family thing, which is obligatory, right? Feel obligated. I don't want that. Especially when I see, sense, and feel that there's something that is off about that person, but yet they're going to show themselves passively, thinking it's manners, that there's not. But anyone that knows me knows how much I read energy, but my family has no clue. So I can read it and I can go back and pinpoint it to a scene that happened as a child that may like have all of a sudden come up with them in that moment. And so I'm sensing that. So I'm being very quiet and just observing a lot. I'm no longer going to continue to reach out to people and try to invite or get together or, share gratitude or whatever it is I need to do with or want to do with that person. And they either cancel or have to postpone. And then, you're sensing that, okay. And even though they canceled or postpone, they give you another date, then they don't respond to the date that you just responded yes. And so if you look at it with today's program, you look at it, that person really doesn't want to get together with you. But when you look at it from an energetic standpoint, you can look at it like other things are filling their time at this moment. And they are too also scrambled. And I'm just not up on the priority list, and that's okay. That's okay. Everything has timing. And it may not be the right time. There are a lot of people who will avoid having conversations that they have to respond to or take action with. There are people that will talk to you and you've triggered them, and you can see it in their eyes that they have semi-energetically backed up, almost to the point of disappearing, because that's where their coping mechanism is. So I don't really know the root cause of what is happening here with the changes. All I know is I have asked for it for a very long time, to evolve and to go through my own evolutions and metamorphoses over and over and over again, to become a higher conscious being in this physical avatar known as Sandy or Sandra. Because that's the only thing I can work with. It's the only thing I can control. So I've asked for all of that. So each time I step out of my cocoon and something is new or feels foreign, why would I act surprised about it? And then when you're getting it coming out in your behavior, like as in stuttering or banging into things or feeling like you're sleepwalking and all these other things, I just need to say to myself, hey, thanks, man. Everything's new. Okay, just give me a little bit of time with my sea legs on the earth. Give me a little bit of time to work on my air loop, which is my energetic body, which is my first line of communication. It's where all my sensories are for me personally. And this is how I translate energy of where I am in the world to have balance, right? It's all these neurons and feelers for my physicality as well as my spiritual side of sensories that most people don't tap into, that filter the information and translate it down into my mental mind so that things begin to make sense, so I can either digest them and then regurgitate them, right? So there's just a lot of scrambling happening in a lot of these areas. Some more so than others because weather patterns, other things occur that can create energy changes or densities or make things feel like they're just a little more compressed and off circuit, like you're off circuit. Like you think you're plugged in, but your plug is a little bit loose or something faulty in it. So it's just kind of coming on like this. So why I act like every time I come out of a cocoon, like, whoa, man, these lenses have changed. These lenses have changed. These filters are different. So just need to give myself time. And that's what we're going through right now. So if you don't know how to communicate, journal it and allow it to cycle so that it begins to find its way kinesiology, tactile wise, into the body, and it can integrate. Instead of trying to feel it all out in here, which is going to make you have that zzz, I'm not all in my body. What is wrong with me, right? There's nothing wrong. It's just things just don't feel right. That's okay. Give yourself time to, balance. Give yourself time to work with all of your sensory systems, even the unknowns, and let it filter into the body, and then decide how you're going to maneuver or interact with it and all of it. And I always say people live for the exterior, and your interior needs to show up for the exterior. So do a little bit of work on the interior, align yourself, get balanced, so that you can work with all the counterbalances from the exterior, your demographic world that you walk through, that you call your life. A lot of these changes, I have found personally, have created even more detachment from stories or reasons or old programming. I'm getting even more of a detachment. So I haven't quite latched on to any other attachment. So I'm sort of in the abyss, deciding what is the next inquisitive thing that I want to be attached to, that brings me wisdom and joy and happiness. And again, I've asked for all of this. I've asked for all of it. And it's not instant. So each time it happens and you're up leveling in a way, you've got to allow yourself to again counterbalance those energies. So you bring it all into wholeness. You bring it into wholeness. And this is very, very important. So you're a walking, living, breathing, beautiful specimen of blood, bones, emotions that come with that, your air loop, your etheric body, your first line of where am I in the world? Am I safe? So there's a lot of feelers out here that most people have not learned how to maneuver through, and how to take the control dials and work them so that you can find your way through things in a safe and effective way. And that's your first way of communicating. As an embodiment coach and a life coach, I work with people on that. So this is all about self-empowering you. So there's a lot going on. You don't need to scroll. You don't need to get any dooms or fears or, oh, that's a possibility. It's a possibility. Everything's a possibility. I hear stories and I'm like, okay, is or isn't. The key is, what am I doing to maneuver through it? I don't necessarily have to focus on a root issue, because there's never one root here. There's multiple roots. And much of it we have truly tapped into what we agreed to before we came here. So our innate self is evolving and trying to take the first steps with us. It's trying to show itself and get you exposed so that you can learn how to maneuver, how to pivot, how to be more adaptable, how to get your positioning in those moments as you're going through these changes, and to keep you safe without using words like, I am freaking crazy, there's something freaking going on. Well, there is, but how are you going to maneuver through it? Maybe you just need to pull off. The storm's too great. You need to pull off the side of the road and just sit and be with things for a little bit. And whoosa. Not everything is about overzealous performance. The performance can be in the silence. All right? Like, subscribe, share. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing with these energetic changes that are occurring. Let me know if you've asked for them. And if you're asking for more, let me know if I can help. All right? So much love. See y'all on the next video.